So, hello everyone, and welcome to our hashtag Female Boss mini YouTube series. Today we have the lovely Rachael Higgins, who is the founder and CEO of Because of Marketing. Rachael is an amazing female boss and entrepreneur who's created a business that inspires and informs people with all the latest marketing campaigns, industry news, and has been incredibly successful with the growth of her brand. But welcome, Rachael, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here today.
Amazing. So, just to get us started, why don't you tell us a wee bit about yourself and even a wee bit about your journey into starting up your business?
Yeah, of course. So, hi everyone. My name's Rachael Higgins. I'm 26 years old and I am the CEO and founder of Because of Marketing. Because of Marketing is a brand which focuses on inspiring and informing the latest marketing campaigns worldwide. And we also are on a mission to credit the creators behind the campaigns and just to shine a light on all the fantastic people who work behind the scenes that sometimes we don't really hear about when we see marketing campaigns and creative design work as well. So my journey really kind of started in the business world when I was younger. I loved the TV program Shark Tank, and I just loved everything about it regarding business and marketing. And so I went on at high school where business management was my favourite subject. And I then went to university and I took a degree out in business management and marketing. And that's where I really found my love for marketing. So I graduated with a degree in business and marketing, and it was late 2019, I applied to a job at Coca-Cola in London, and I had an interview with them in January 2020. So I got a job with Coca-Cola and I was set to move to London. That was my dream, was to move to London, move to New York and be a marketing manager. And unfortunately, due to COVID, I wasn't able to fulfill the job role anymore. They had to cut marketing staff, and unfortunately I wasn't able to do it. So my dream was crushed, and that's basically where the start of Because of Marketing was born. In my bedroom where I am today, I was bored during lockdown and I wanted to keep up to date with the latest marketing campaigns. I was curious to know what brands were doing during COVID when nobody was promoting themselves because of everybody was isolating, what brands were doing. And I remember seeing Coca-Cola and Burger King and Starbucks, and the way they were encouraging their fans to keep a safe distance, stay at home, wear a mask. And I just thought, I love that. That's really cool. Who can I share this with? I think I just also missed university as well. And that's when the idea came. Well, Mrs. Hinch has a cleaning business on Instagram, and so does Everybody Has a Bacon account. So I'm going to create a marketing account. And that's when about 8 tries later, I secured the handle Because of Marketing. And I started to just share bus shelter adverts, marketing campaigns, anything marketing related. And I wanted to use this as a document of myself and my marketing journey as well. And just over 2.5 years later, we're now a business with a following of over 110,000, and we gain round about 20 million yearly impressions as well. So I still feel it's the beginning of a really exciting long journey, but yeah, that's how Because of Marketing was born, and I absolutely love it.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing and being so honest. But I love that you seem to always have had that wee entrepreneurial mindset. And even though your wee dream was crushed, it just created a new dream. So it's amazing. And you've been so successful, and it's really impressive numbers with your growth and your brand. It's absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Obviously, you've got a massive presence online now, and it's continuing to grow. But in your opinion, is a company's online presence key to their success?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's completely 100% vital to be online in order to gain a successful business. I think even during COVID, it was present where if you're not online, you're going to be behind in terms of business. When you're online, you're able to engage with your customers or your clients, depending on what type of business that you have. You can also gain primary feedback as well, and you can start to really grow brand awareness online through channels such as obviously your website, where it's more or less your 24/7 salesperson, and also social media. Kind of pick a platform, start off with one, develop relationships, build your trust, and really showcase your product or service. And it's more of a two-way street. You'll then gain followers, customers, leads, and you can really learn about your target audience, which will help move and propel the business to move forward as well. So I would say having an online presence is absolutely vital for the success of any business. It builds so much trust, and I've made so many lifelong friends through because of marketing's Instagram. That's where we started first, was Instagram. Um, and just everything that's at your fingertips. We live in such a digitalized world now where we need to be online, and I think as well it's that thing where even although you're speaking on your phone, you still feel so connected. And I've had followers message me and they're like, I've followed you since day one, and that's been over 2 years. And they're like, I've felt part of your brand. And that's all through how you interact and engage and communicate with your following, your consumers online. So 100% establish a strong brand presence and continue to grow through that research, develop feedback, and you will see success in your business.
Yeah, I love that, and it's so cool that people are like following you in your journey, like from the very beginning. Like it must be so nice just to hear that feedback and people being aware of like how far you've came in just 2 years. That's amazing.
It's it touches my heart so much. Every day I get different DMs from people, and sometimes if I'm a little bit quiet on Instagram because I'm working a lot behind the scenes, they'll reach out to me and they'll message and ask how I'm doing, like I've not been active, or they'll message me. I get a lot of students asking me for advice on their marketing dissertation, or we're doing this at university or college. What are your thoughts on this? Or the ones that absolutely touch my heart are when they tell me they've been out and they've saw a campaign or a bus shelter advert, and they're like, thought of you and thought of because of marketing. So I think, and I knew I had really developed a little community as well, when these people have really stayed with you right from the very start and they feel involved with the brand as well, which I think is really vital to always feel like you're including your customers or your following as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. And they're doing a wee bit of research for you by the sounds of it, like
Yeah.
helping you out with the latest trends. That's so cool. That there's like many different marketing strategies out there that I'm sure you're more than aware of. What do you find that works best for you, and why?
So with because of marketing, I use an organic social media strategy. So like you say, there are so many marketing strategies, and I think this is something when you're at university, you touch on these different strategies, or college as well. But when I was at university, I learned so many different types of marketing that I was so overwhelmed into what on earth do I want to do, and what type of marketing do I want to also really learn and dive deep into. And everything pretty much happened organically. It wasn't until I started, because of marketing, we started on Instagram, and this gave me firsthand experience into learning social media as well. So everything is organic in terms of, I create a social media strategy, I plan ahead, I see what goals, what goals I want to achieve as well. And we're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, TikTok, and we also have our fortnightly newsletter as well. But each channel is different. So there's a different strategy for each channel because you have different consumers at different channels. Some of them cross over, but some of them that are on LinkedIn, there's a different content due to that platform, LinkedIn, as there is to TikTok or as there is to Instagram. So the strategy we go for is organic social media, and we create this in advance. We're currently doing quarter 1 next year, which is really exciting as well. But yeah, we do an organic social media strategy where we plan ahead of advance, we set out our goals, and then we create a content plan as well. And I like to see Instagram as two strategies. So a story strategy where I get to learn a lot about my target audience, and my stories are a lot more personal. So I share a lot of, if I'm working from Starbucks, I'll do a picture of, the Starbucks, or a little bit of because of marketing, day in the life, and I'll ask questions as well. And with our feed and reels, which we all know are really important now, short form videos, they're more about me discussing the marketing campaigns and how you can also implement them into your business as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. And reels are a great wee thing now, like to educate people as well. So it's really cool. I had a look at some of yours and they're so informative, like, and like, obviously interesting and quick, and it's so cool the way you're doing them. Love it.
Yeah, I think with Reels, obviously the rise in TikTok has really pushed other platforms to have to re-strategize and think how, especially with trends of 2023, what's shifting, what's happening, and these platforms shift as well, and then you have to shift as well. So you have to be really adaptive as a business owner. Otherwise, again, you're just going to fall behind if you don't keep up with the latest trends as well, and especially figuring out what works well on what platform, and what works well for you might not work well for somebody else. So I think the uniqueness is everything is tailored towards you and your business, which is a strategy in itself as
Yeah,
well. I absolutely love it. So it's
yeah.
always
Always something new to look at, like brilliant.
always, yeah, all.
Yeah. Just one last question from us. What hints or tips could you offer to our students that are looking to start up their own business?
Oh, I love this question. I would say find find something that you're interested in and you can see yourself doing forever. So your passion, and build a business around that. So with because of marketing, I'm always really honest and transparent. I didn't make money from it for the first 2 years. It was more a passion project. I loved what I did. I'd done it for fun. I'd done it to build experience, and it made me who I am today, and that's how it's turned into a business, as well. So I think find what you absolutely love and what problem you can solve, what value you can exchange with customers, consumers, or leads, clients as well, and build a business around that. I would also say to in business you have to take risks, as well, but a lot of the business decisions have been made on trusting your own gut, as well. So I would definitely say you've got to take risks in business. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but you always learn from them. So in order to move forward, you have to kind of be a bit rebellious and take a risk and try something new, and at least you've tried it as well. And definitely surrounding yourself with the right people. There's always that saying that you become the sixth person, that if you're friends with five entrepreneurs, you become the sixth person. I'm really an advocate for surrounding yourself with people who have been in your position, or you admire and you look up to, because they're going to help you get to that next level. And your network is your net worth. I love that quote as well.
Oh,
So uh, the friends and the business leaders that I've made along the way have really helped me and pushed me, as well, which I absolutely love. And just you have to also remember when you start a business, you're going to have some really, really tough days. I couldn't be here saying it's easy, start a business, and that's it. You will have a lot of tough days where you're just crying at your desk, or you're just kind of thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not getting anywhere. And because you love what you do, which takes it back to point number one, is start a business of what you love, you'll get through those tough days. So don't just quit when one day gets tough. Just keep on going, because I always say to myself, when things get tough, it's when they get challenging, and that's when you're going to grow. And that obviously goes hand in hand with then taking that next risk, as well. So yeah, I think it's really important when you're starting a business to have have a whole plan, have a whole strategy, create a timeline, create an exit strategy, and you want to have fun with it as well. And don't be afraid to learn along the way, and always ask for help. I think a lot of people, if you have a mentor, there's loads of information on Google. If you've got a mentor, then they'll really help you and guide you in the right direction as well.
Yeah, that's some amazing advice, and like definitely always remembering you're not alone and your network is your net worth. Absolutely love that. I've not heard that before, but
Oh,
yeah, it's so cool. Love it. That brings us to like the end of our wee interview, but thank you so much for sharing your journey and your advice. I've definitely learned loads today, and I'm sure our students will as well. So thank you so much, Rachel.
amazing. No, thank you so much for having me on. And if you have any other questions, or if your students want any more advice, then I'm more than happy to give them anything that I can offer.
Amazing. Thank you so much.